Hey folks, this is ioEther. I'm back with more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Alex the Assassin. He's in his TVP T5051. This is a tier 10 game on Glacier. Yeah, it does feel like we were just here, doesn't it? Because we were. Except, this was going to go a little bit differently. First off, we're in the medium tank instead of a tank destroyer this time. And we're going to go and negotiate the bottom section of the map instead of sitting up near the top. So, should be a different map entirely as far as the camera goes, right? Totally. I keep, after I do these recordings, I always sit back and go, oh, I should have mentioned that. And I know there's something I'm supposed to be telling you guys right now, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. So, if it's all that important, I'll put it in a comment at some point. I am horrible at remembering things. I really gotta start bringing them down. But oh well, that's all good. So this thing's a nice 4-round auto loader. It does 320 damage per shell, and with don't die, don't. Lord. I took a full health progetto off a cliff like that not too long ago and killed myself. Yep, that was in fact him zoomed in. Unfortunately, that second shot did not in fact connect, and it's nice for the Panther to pop back out and let us shoot him. So he got one shell in that did no damage, and we managed to put in 3. And now instead of charging, knowing that we're reloading, instead of charging us, he's waiting back and letting us reload. It's really nice of him to do that. This thing takes few seconds. It doesn't take very long for this thing to reload. Only about 20-30 seconds, something like that. Ooh, unfortunately we do get hit twice, but we also get to take out the Panther too. And now start looking for shots either on the Pershing or he's actually going for unloading into the Centurion. I don't know if any of those shots or the second shot connected. I doubt it. But it looks like, yeah, actually it might have. That or the Progetto behind us connected with a shell. One of those two things happened. And that's good. Either way, that's another bunch of damage off. Now there is a Pershing directly in front of us, but these tier 8 tanks are going to have a hard time keeping the tier 10 at bay, especially when they walk into artillery like that. There'll also be some tank destroyer fire coming in. Just as I say that, the Centurion dies to exactly that. I wish he wasn't auto-aiming. He could have penned all of those shots on that Yegzilla. But the fact that he was auto-aiming at such a far distance meant that he couldn't tell when the thing turned sideways. Because he wasn't scoped in and looking. And that's a mistake. It's either born from, his ping isn't good enough. And he feels that he needs to do that in order to land shots. Or it's just laziness or arrogance. I don't know which. But, either way, he botched 2 good shells off that thing, and the last one was never going to pen from this distance. APCR was never going to pen the lower glacis of the Axilla at the angle he was at and everything like that. He had a better chance to try and hit the cupola, but he was never going to hit the cupola from this distance, and he definitely is not going to go through a STRV from the front without taking a ton of damage. First shell is probably going to track him, and he's going to have to fix that and try and get on the side. Hopefully able to get to its side without it being able to shoot him at least one more time. He's asking for his allies to get around the STRV because the STRV is still aiming at us. Ooh, look, we spotted the enemy artillery, and this is a great use of the auto aim. Wait, is the STRV just not going to shoot us? Oh, okay. Apparently he's AFK. Sure. Um. So he keeps, telling his team that no, this guy's AFK. He may in fact actually be AFK. I don't understand why you go AFK, but it's one surefire way to die. 'Cause, that was unfortunate. Oh, unfortunately, he pulls back up just in time to have the GW land a shell right next to him, and we lost our loader there for a few seconds. And he's not going to bother repairing the tracks, which is honestly not worth it. Fixing your tracks in that situation, your repair kits are. I'm gonna have to remember to mute that later on. My bad if I don't remember. You're not gonna pen the exile from this range. The only way you'd be able to pen the exile from this range is if you managed to catch him. If you were fully aimed when he was backing off that cliff and could have put one through his lower glacis, that probably would have gone in. But it looks like he's getting a bunch of spine damage, as the exile was probably hit by a couple of artillery. You notice he is communicating with his team as much as possible, and I really, really enjoy this. The fact is that he doesn't have to be saying anything to his team. But the more communication you give to your team, the better they'll do, and the better you'll do because of it. You might not win a game necessarily, just because you're talking to your team, but you definitely won't lose as badly as you could if you hadn't been talking to your team. Oh! So if that first shell hadn't bounced, he would have been able to kill the J Panther 2 with that clip. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to. And is now in an unfortunate situation. Now, if an artillery could land a shell over there, that would be the end of the J Panther 2, and that would be great. That's unlikely, however. Alright, he's most likely looking down here for these two because they're a major threat, or possibly over there at the Exila still. So, deciding he doesn't want to risk running across open ground towards these guys, he's actually going to circle around. Looks like he's probably going to try and catch this. Oh, that's the WZ right there. That's not what I expected either. Well, the Exile, I guess, kind of was expected over here. Though he gets taken out by the T-10 before he can do anything. And definitely before we can do anything. Well, as artillery lands a shell nearby, but not on top of us. I'm assuming that was the bat chat show. We'll have to see. Sorry for all these yawns. Apparently it's just too early in the morning for me. And my body's like, no, you should be asleep. This whole working nights and and being up early in the morning things is not helpful. Well, we found both the Batchat artillery and the Ramatal. And the Ramatal is by far the most dangerous right this second, so that's the one that dies. Ooh. I love the fact they managed to duck down just in time to avoid the shell from the E5. Unfortunately, he pulls up just in time to get hit by the shell from the J Panther 2 that we almost killed earlier, but didn't quite. Oh. Well, that's one way to assistantly kill kill guys. I don't know if he was looking for. I'm sure he was looking for his top gun in these guys, and if he come over this ridge line with a full clip, he would have gone boom. Well, he would have hit this. He would have hit the J Panther and the Batchat, and then killed the artillery over there. But unfortunately, no top gun. It's unfortunate, but this was still a good game. Over 6,000 damage done is quite awesome. We're gonna jump over and see what his battle results were now. Mastery badge, first class. He has spotter, hand of God, fighter, fire for effect, high caliber, and patrol duty. Very nice. He also made a ton of cash. So the rest of his team did very little in terms of actual damage done. wow. And actually, the artillery ends up with the second most experience on the team because of all the assistance damage, stunning damage she did. Wow. There was a lot of other people doing spotting damage that game. But Alex still comes out way ahead with 4,000 spotting damage, more or less. Wow. Over 10k combined, this was an awesome game. And he made a profit on it, a fairly sizable one, considering the tier, and how much he just had to shoot. It was well done. Thank you so much, Alex, for sending this in. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.